And in the national capital, there's a heated battle that is currently underway. The elections are around the corner and the battle has now intensified. Promises are raining, with political parties making all-out efforts to woo different sections of voters. And the focus remains on women voters. Congress party has announced monthly financial assistance for women of Delhi if the party is voted to power in the upcoming elections. The scheme, named Pyari Didis Yojana, promises monthly payment of 2,500 rupees to women if Congress wins in Delhi. The man who announced the scheme at the Congress press briefing in Delhi was the Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivakumar. And it comes at a time when the Karnataka Congress government is under attack from the BJP for raising bus fares and allegedly fleecing people to fund its guarantees.
And now I have come here to launch this Pyari Didis Hogi Yojana. We are going to implement on the first day of the cabinet 2,500 rupees.
And while Congress's Pyari Didis scheme is being seen as a counter to a similar scheme announced by the Anti-AAP party to give 2,100 rupees per month to women, there's also a parallel AAP versus Congress battle playing out in the national capital. A day after Ajay Maken said that he would be addressing a press conference to expose Kejriwal as anti-national, the event was postponed on Sunday. This has once again led to claims over who's in alliance with whom, flying thick and fast. While AAP took a jibe and said that cancellation is a result of delay in BJP sending a script to the Congress, the BJP on the other hand has hurled friendship with benefits barb at the AAP and the Congress party.
देखिए, वो केवल पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री नहीं है, वो दिल्ली के इतिहास में सबसे बड़े स्कैम के मेन प्रोड्यूसर, डायरेक्टर और एक्टर भी है, वो अरविंद केजरीवाल जी। जब दिल्ली में लोग कोविड के समय मेडिसिन के लिए, ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर्स के लिए परेशान थे, उस समय अरविंद केजरीवाल शराब माफिया के साथ बैठकर अपनी कोठी के अंदर शराब की स्कीम्स बना रहा था। मैं आपको फिर दावे से कह रहा हूँ, अरविंद केजरीवाल, गोपाल राय, अतिशी, मनीष सिसोदिया, जो उनके 4 टॉप प्लेयर्स है ना, बुरी तरीके से चुनाव हार रहे हैं।
अरविंद केजरीवाल कहते हैं कि कांग्रेस बीजेपी के साथ है, कांग्रेस को कोई सीरियसली नहीं लेता, 2-3 लोग सीरियसली लेते हैं, और कांग्रेस बोल रही है कि अब आम आदमी पार्टी को इंडिया अलायंस से बाहर होना हो। फर्जी का तू मैं कर रहे हैं। 2 महीने बाद ये फिर से आ जाएंगे टुगेदर, फिर से स्प्लिट कर देंगे। ये फ्रेंड्स विद बेनिफिट्स है, कभी इनका लिव इन हो जाता है, कभी ये स्प्लिट अप हो जाते हैं।
And as poll fever peaks and emotions run high, BJP's candidate against Atishi from Kalkaji, Ramesh Bidhuri's successive sexist and derogatory remarks have left both the AAP and the Congress infuriated. In fact, Atishi today was left in tears over the insult to her father.
आज वो 80 साल के हो गए हैं। वो इतने बीमार रहते हैं कि बिना सहारे के चल नहीं पाते हैं।
और अपने परफॉर्मेंस के आधार पर भारतीय जनता पार्टी चुनाव के मैदान पर उतरी। और कोई भी पॉलिटिकल नेता हो, हमारे विपक्ष के भी पॉलिटिकल नेता हो और हमारे भी पॉलिटिकल नेता हो, सबके माता पिता को प्रणाम है। वो चुनावी मैदान में नहीं है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी उनसे चुनाव नहीं लड़ रही है और हम सबका सम्मान करते हैं।
Let's take this across to our guest now. Joining us is Tom Vadakar, national spokesperson of the BJP. Shekhar Iyer, senior journalist, is with us. We also have Lokesh Jindal, political analyst, joining us. Advocate Anmol Pawar is spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. Syed Asad Abbas is a political analyst going on. Let me start with you first. Anmol Pawar, we had seen yesterday there was a press conference of Mr. Ajay Maken that was to take place. All right, let me put that question across to Syed Asad Abbas. What has happened in the last 24 hours? Because, you know, the BJP is calling this friendship with benefits. You know, Mr. Maken is supposed to hold a press conference and suddenly that press conference gets cancelled. What's going on, Syed Asad Abbas?
Well, Madhav Saab, you know, as a political analyst watching this, undoubtedly I would say the dangle in Delhi has begun. This is the dance of democracy. On a lighter note, of course, this seems to be a love triangle for the big prestigious seat there. Of course, the Aam Aadmi Party, the Congress Party and BJP, all 3 parties are respectively going all guns blazing. But I truly believe and feel that Aam Aadmi Party and the good work done by Arvind Kejriwal has a great remark to it. Of course, there will be allegations, counter allegations coming through from different parties across the board line. But of course, everybody wants to win. But the fact is, like I said earlier, it's not just Dil Walon ki Dilli, ye Dimag Walon ki bhi Dilli hai, and they will vote for the right way. And the mandate and what the people of Delhi decide will be able to get to govern the beautiful.
It's interesting you use the phrase love triangle because, you know, the BJP is alleging exactly that. There are 2 points of the triangle, the AAP and the Congress has a little too much love happening. That's exactly what they're saying.
No, Madhav Sahab, I don't think so. I believe that every political party out there is there to win. Of course, with Congress, who can't forget the great legacy left by Sheila Dikshit ji, who was the 3-time chief minister. And of course, we've had Arvind Kejriwal ji, who was a 3-time chief minister as well, of course, with a shorter term. And there have been BJP chief ministers too. But this time, if you ask me as a viewer, as an analyst, I definitely say it's advantage Aam Aadmi Party with what they've done in.
Well, advantage whoever it appears. Lokesh Jindal, what is exactly going on? Is it the Aam Aadmi Party which was outraged with Ajay Makhan's Desh Drohi and other such utterances that they have managed to actually scuttle a press conference from taking place because Mr. Makhan was supposed to have presented some documents at the press conference, we are told.
Yes. See, it's not hidden. In fact, the entire Delhi knows what the Aam Aadmi Party has done in the past 5 years. And there are a lot of questions that not just opposition parties, but even people of Delhi are asking to Aam Aadmi Party. So Congress, it has time and again raised issues with respect to probity in the governance in Delhi. And it was due to Congress's efforts that scams were unearthed. And we saw that the Aam Aadmi Party was held responsible for various decisions taken. So Congress had been the developer of Delhi. In fact, people of Delhi still recall what Sheila Dikshit had done during her tenure. All developmental projects were initiated during Sheila Dikshit's time, and the credit was taken by the Aam Aadmi Party. And all these aspects are something which were to be again told to the people and which were to be reminded. And even Aam Aadmi Party was to be reminded what all they have not done, what all promises they had given. And this election, I repeat again, Aam Aadmi Party is going to contest with a lot of baggage. It's not the election like before. And now when their party workers will be reaching out to people, people will be asking questions.
Okay. Mr. Pawar, I want Mr. Awol Pawar to come in on that. Awol Pawar, we are the party that developed Delhi. Aam Aadmi Party has a lot to answer for because, you have people like Mr. Abhishek Dutt coming out to say that Congress, in fact, coming out to say that this is the biggest scamster in Delhi. That, various schemes such as the liquor policy, etc. were formulated when the people of Delhi were suffering during COVID.
Madhav Ji, in last 10 years, the Arvind Kejriwal model of governance has earned global recognition. That is why both the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Congress, they are fighting the elections together just to ensure that this governance model gets defeated. But the reality is that they are trying every attempt. They are very desperate to malign the image of Arvind Kejriwal, whereas it is in public domain that not a single charge of corruption has been proved against any of the leaders of Aam Aadmi Party. In fact, the Honorable Court, while dismissing 95% of the cases which have been filed against our leaders in the past 10 years, more than 250 cases have been filed, the court has wrapped the agencies and said that there's not even a prima facie case against us. And look what the Honorable Supreme Court said while hearing this so-called liquor scam, that the ED and CBI are working as caged parrots, that when this case will go for trial, it will fall after 2 questions in cross-examinations. And the Bharatiya Janata Party never answered to the nation that why did they take 60 crore bribes from the alleged kingpin of the liquor scam, Sharad Reddy. So these are all desperate attempts to malign the image of Arvind Kejriwal. But the people of Delhi know that for last 10 years, the kind of work which we have done has never been done by any other government for the past 75 years.
Can respond to that. Our work was very good, and that's why the BJP is deliberately trying to muddy the name of Arvind Kejriwal. Do you agree with him?
Well, this is something which he says there's international recognition for Aam Aadmi Party, and I think it is the Ford Foundation that is very happy with him, because this is not not what the BJP is saying. This is some of the compatriots from the left have been saying. So I put that in record. Yes, international, funding has been happening for quite some time. And as to the question of Makhanji preparing a dossier on the Aam Aadmi chief, let me tell you, he does a good work. I know him. He does his homework very thoroughly. Many things that many other parties have not found out are there on record. I know Mr. Saeed is now planning to join Aam Aadmi Party, so your hands are up. I thought you were in the JDU. But be what it may, let me put it for 10 years have been torture for the Delhiites. I live in Delhi. There are hill ranges of garbage all over the city. And this is a 10 years contribution of the Aam Aadmi Party. And that museum of corruption, the Sheesh Mahal, if there is, somebody suggested public should be allowed inside, that will be the end of the Aam Aadmi story. We have suffered enough. The Delhiites have suffered enough. Their free electricity, their free water is absolutely garbage. Nothing serious happening.
Okay.
You go around the city, Madhav,
okay,
you will find the city in such a dirty condition.
Okay.
We have never seen the city of Delhi in this condition.
Okay. Amol Pawar, respond to him.
Can I respond? See, the situation of Bharatiya Janata Party in Delhi is so bad that they are resorting to mass voter deletion in New Delhi Assembly constituency. Few days back, our leader highlighted the fact that even after a comprehensive summary revision exercise which was concluded on 29th October, wherein the addition, deletion and correction of the entire electoral roll takes place, despite that, more than 10,000 applications have been received, and what is shocking is that 84 people, they submitted application number 7, which is for voter deletion. And when they were called for personal hearing by the ERO, they outrightly denied that they have not submitted any such application. I mean, this raises serious questions on the Election Commission as well. That is why today the Honorable Chief Minister has written to the Election Commission seeking their time and immediate intervention so that this deletion of legitimate voters of Delhi and addition of fake voters in this electoral roll cannot take place.
Okay.
Secondly, we saw that how the former Member of Parliament Ramesh Bidhuri, he made wild remarks against the Chief Minister of Delhi because they don't have any work to showcase, they don't have any vision, they don't have any CM face. That is why they want to win election by making these anti-women comments, because it is ingrained in their DNA. The whole nation saw that how the Kargil widow war was paraded naked in Manipur. The whole nation saw that how Mr. Modi campaigned for the world's biggest rapist Prajwal Revanna. The whole nation saw that how their member of Legislative Assembly Kuldeep Singh and
Let me bring in Tom Varakan very quickly. Tom Varakan, very quickly answer on Ramesh Bidhuri. These are comments which, even the Chief Minister was moved to tears, saying that this is completely unacceptable. And that's what, in fact, I believe the BJP is also distancing from it. Tom Varakan.
Madhav, we have said that on record in our press conference, and our BJP chief has already commented on it. That is not appreciated, and we do not. It's not part of a sanskar. An aberration has occurred, and that is not an issue which Mr. Anmol. His name is Anmol for the Abda. But let me tell you something, Anmol. You have not answered any of my question. Why has Delhi been converted into a garbage can? Where is the water? Where is the electricity you talk about? Where are the freebies you promised in Punjab? 3 years now your government is there. No freebie for women.
Very quickly, answer his questions. He's talking about Delhi governance. He has not answered his questions. Anmol Pawar, respond to Tom Varakan.
Madhav G, the people of Delhi time and again have given a mandate to Aam Aadmi Party. They have reposed their faith in the Arvind Kejriwal model of governance. That is why we got a massive victory in 2015 and 2020, because people are getting free 24/7 electricity. The people have, they have acknowledged that the government schools and hospitals have become world class. But on the other hand, when you question the Bharatiya Janata Party about their promises, they promise that they'll build 10 new schools and 200 new colleges. They promise that they'll convert the shops and offices from leasehold to freehold. They promise that they'll ensure Pakka house for every Delhiite till 2022, but they have been able to deliver only 4,700 till date. They promise to the people of Delhi that they'll ensure that the villagers whose land has been acquired by the government, they'll get an alternate location or plot. That promise has not been fulfilled.
Well, the point is that your party is a party in power in Delhi. Let me bring in fact, Shekhar Iyer, who's been waiting very patiently. Shekhar Iyer, one very interesting side aspect of what's happening here in Delhi is that while every party is promising schemes for women, money that is to be paid every month, you even have the Congress party that has now jumped in with Pyari Didis, and all of these guarantees are happening in the backdrop of what we're seeing happening in Karnataka, and the promises and the guarantees there, which are actually now causing hikes in prices as far as bus transport are concerned, and bus travel, free bus travel for women is one of those promises that was made by the Congress party, and clearly those guarantees are proving quite costly to implement.
Indeed, Madhav, I was surprised to see DK Shivakumar in Delhi, because he should have held a press conference in Bangalore, because his own party MLAs are asking questions and have been voicing concerns about what is happening to other aspects of development. Because Shivakumar himself went on record, after a month after the Congress government came, that we won't be able to take up any development program. And here there is now a competitive freebie campaign is on. If Aam Aadmi is promising 2,100, Congress has taken it to 2,500. This looks like some kind of an auction that is going on. I don't know what the BJP is going to now promise, because initially the Prime Minister was very much against this kind of announcements, which do not take into account the overall capacity of the government concerned in order to deliver these things. But there's so much of pressure even within the BJP that they will have to match the offers being made by Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress. And after all, it is going to be the other taxpayers who will have to bear this thing. But one thing is clear, in a city like Delhi, which had because of the kind of revenue that Delhi gets, any Delhi government has always had no problems with financial resources. But soon we may see a situation, no matter whoever forms the government, in terms of promising so much and unable to deliver, this is going to become a serious problem. Just as what Karnataka has now, you are seeing the kind of borrowing it has gone into, the kind of external borrowing. This is a serious issue, I think, in which parties must realize that they may be in opposition today, and if they come to power, they are going to face a big problem.
Right.
Of course, Congress...
Quick response. I want Lokesh to quickly come in on that. Lokesh, you make such promises to people, but implementing them in Karnataka, we've seen is very difficult. In Himachal, we've seen what has happened. And now, once again, the same thing happening in Delhi.
I agree with Mr. Iyer. I mean, this is not just a party-specific issue, but it's an issue that has to be dealt with nationally. I think the judiciary and all political parties, they must come together, because these...
Sir, where does the judiciary come into this, Lokesh? Political parties have to be responsible. It's a simple question.
The judiciary, on 15th of August, the Supreme Court has issued in fact, when Ladli Bahin Yojana was something that was being announced by the Maharashtra government, at that point of time, Supreme Court came heavily on this.
Well, if parties and governments are certainly not responsible in the kind of promises they make and how they implement them, then certainly, of course, there would be questions asked, not just by the courts, but also in the people's court, the public that is. We'll have to leave it there. Tom Vadakan, Shekhar Iyer, Lokesh Jindal, Advocate Amnol Pawar, as well as Sai Dasadabas. Thanks so much for joining us this evening.